let's see what we can find relating to literary devices, because that's very interesting. So we'll start with the most obvious things, and that's rhyme. So there is a lot of rhyme in this song. So some examples of rhyme. First we have ever, that rhymes with better, especially if you pronounce it like that. So I'm happier than ever. I could explain it better, right? If you have the glottal stop. If you would say ever and better, it doesn't really rhyme that much. Then we get the same, clever and letter. We also have, if you go back a bit, and I will use a different color to indicate this, give me a day or two to think of something clever, to write myself a letter, tell me then what to do. So again, to and do rhyme, they're linked together. Then we get something very interesting, which I think isn't very visible in the text, but if you were to listen to the song, focus on these parts. So we get, do you read my interviews? Or do you skip my avenue? When you said you were passing through, was I even on your way? So we get this rhyme idea with the U sounds. And then we get the same when she says, I knew when I asked you to be cool about what I was telling you. You do the opposite of what you said you'd do, and I end up more afraid. Then we have some more rhyme, and I'll use a different one as well. If you look at the word fair and aware, and here we have something that's called alliteration. And alliteration is when you repeat a particular consonant. So, made me miserable, alliteration. Then, if you look at the second chorus, we also get more repetition. We have when I'm away from you, which is repeated. I'm happier than ever is repeated. And the same with wish I could explain it better. It's also repeated. So this is an example of repetition. When we move to verse 2, we notice that the music has changed. So it went from kind of slow and relaxed to a bit more upbeat and a bit more intense, basically. Right? So she's building up towards something in this second verse. Let's look at rhyme again. So we have the same ideas where we have these particular vowel sounds that are repeated at the end. So in this case, you called me again, drunk in your Benz, which might sound weird, but if you listen to the song carefully, you notice that she really does this. She really puts emphasis on the word Benz to get this rhyme with again. And it also rhymes with influence. So again, Benz, influence. Same with you scared me to death, wasting my breath, right? The sounds are repeated. Then we get more repetition. I don't relate to you, I don't relate to you. And then she explains why. We know this because because I'd never treat me this terrible. And this word, which of course is bleeped out for the children, rhymes with the word city. So in the third verse, we also get more rhyme. So first of all, I don't talk about you on the internet, never told anyone anything bad. And I've talked about why this is past simple in my previous video. Because that stuff is embarrassing. You were my everything. All that you did was make me really sad. And sad rhymes with bad. Again, we get bad, time and line. We get more rhyme. Because you never did, never paid any mind. Again, the I sound. To my mother and friends, I shut them out for you because I was a kid. And kid rhymes with did. We get more rhyme if we look at the outro part, where we have good, which rhymes with understood. And finally, we have own, which rhymes with alone. And of course, for those who are working on rhyme schemes, we have AABB. You know, so you could say a lot about the rhyme scheme within the song, and I think the fact that she's doing this really adds emphasis to what she's saying.